Our officials for tonight's game, Greg Evans, Adam Flore, and Tony Meeks. Mr. Evans will put the ball in the air in center circle. It's controlled by flag, and we are underway.
Showing a man-to-man right away.
Dixon Conover dribbles inside. Bryce lost his footing momentarily. And now in the post to Miles, who missed the last 2 games. Little finger roll, and it's good, and the lid's off. It's 2-0 Flash.
It's a great start. Miles is excited. I know he's glad to be back. He had a little spring in his step during warm-ups today.
33 seconds in. Flash lead by 2. No fans here. That'll last at least through the end of the month. Skip past left wing. Powell showed. Tipped away by Ramir, and here comes Lasky. Lasky outruns the defense. Oh, it's swatted from behind by Elijah Williams, and FDU gets it back.
That looked like a volleyball spike, Patrick.
Williamson's big. There's an offensive foul.
Oh, you got to love Mark Flagg stepping in there, putting his body on the line. Would you say he leads the team in charges taken? I would think so.
Yeah, it's not in the stats, but I just from anecdotally watching the games, absolutely. So Mark takes the charge. The foul goes against Williams, blocked Bryce Lasky's shot at one end, and then whistled for the offensive foul, and the Flash back on the offensive end. Miles is doubled. Skip it. 3. Lasky. Corner. Good. Bryce Lasky. Again, hot hand last Thursday. 3 for 5 from 3, and he cashes in on his first triple attempt tonight.
He gets his feet set. He's as deadly as anyone in the league.
Jenkins off the dribble, and that's good.
Well, we don't like seeing that, obviously, but he loves playing in Loretto, I'll tell you what.
He had 19 points last Friday at Merrimack in the loss, and smooth on that jumper. He's so quick.
He is.
Jenkins is just such a smooth ball handler. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to miss the damage he's done against us, but I'm going to miss watching him play. There's a whistle on the floor. That's going to go, I believe, against Mikey Square, the freshman out of North Bethesda.
He's not too happy with that call, but it's the right call by the official. I think he had a foot on the line on that charge circle. And
2 on the board for the Knights. Miles, triple. On the way, and it's good.
I think Miles is trying to make up for some lost time the last few games. What do you think?
He has not shot the ball well from 3, fans. He's averaging double figures, but just 22%, but looked pretty smooth on that inbounds pass, and it's 8-3 Flash. Rush tries to turn the corner. Now Jenkins with it. Showing off that handle. Give it to Mikey Square at the elbow. Square drives on Flag. Nothing doing. Followed his shot, and he'll go to the line. Foul will go against Flag. That's the first for him. First of the night for SFU.
And Mark's closing in on, I believe, a block record here pretty soon, or he's been moving up the list anyways, right?
Well, a couple of milestones. He has played in 100 games in his career, and he comes into tonight's game with 99 career blocks. So the next one will give him 100. Square at the line. Good on the first. He's an 80% free throw shooter. Came in 21 of 26 and cashes in on that one.
You know, Frankie's ought to do a promotion to celebrate his 100 blocks. What do you think? Free chicken sandwich? Come on, Frankie's.
Mark gathers in that one. 1 out of 2 for Square, and it's a 4-point lead for SFU. Skip it to the corner to Land. Now to the wing. 2.5 in. Glad you could join us on NEC Front Row. Turn it around, and 2 teams will tip it off again tomorrow night. Really? Square is going to pick up his second foul, so foul trouble early on for one of the front court players for Horenda's squad.
That's really a heads-up play by RDC, realizing that, you know, he get a post move in there, and, yeah, that's number 2.
Well, no, you know what? They called, and I was going to correct that they called Powell for the reach. Square with the contact, but they get Brandon Powell, the junior, on the reach. So fortunate for FDU, they have 3 players with one as Ramir misfires on the first. Senior out of Newark, New Jersey. South Kent High School product. Good on the second.
Really having a great season so far. Just such an all-around player.
What a fantastic start. That 21 per point performance at Pitt. And I thought he was really the catalyst in that win. It was a team win to be sure, but Ramir, his leadership was on display right from the start of the season.
Yeah, he's definitely the engine that makes this go, no doubt about it. He's got a tall task here on Jenkins.
Lead is 5 for the Flash. 5 on the shot clock. Powell right wing. Puts it on the floor and he's fouled. It'll be a common foul, so no free throws, and FDU will inbound. Flag picks up the foul, and that's his second. So 2 early on for the big man for the Flash, and Cohen up off the bench. He replaces Mark.
I'll tell you, those two not only play alike, they look alike, don't they, Pat? Might have to one of them get a buzz cut or something.
Corner jumper, no. And Ramir clears the glass. But one of the things with Josh, Miles, another triple, that short rim, no. Cohen grabs it, takes it up, and he's fouled. And this one will go against Caleb Baker, who checked in at the last stop. One thing that I think helped Josh, when he was a high schooler, he attended the Christian Brothers Academy. We talked about his skill set. He was 6 foot as a freshman. By his senior year, fans, in the span of 3 years, he grew to 6'10". And being a smaller player playing the sport, he developed ball handling skills, and you can see those maybe a little more polished than a lot of people his size.
There's a lot of stories like that in basketball. I played AAU with a guy named James Posey, who played a lot of years in the league, and from sophomore to junior year, he went from 6'2" to 6'8", and so he was a guard his whole life. So definitely you could see that with Josh, and something I didn't know about him.
10-4 after the free throws. Rennell Giles checks in for St. Francis, so we'll set the 5 on the floor for the Flash. Giles, Lasky, Land, Cohen, and Thompson. Giles, a freshman out of Brandywine, Maryland. Has 1 start under his belt this year, but has got significant minutes in Rob's rotation.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job shadowing Jaleel Jenkins, denying when they're a pass away. So
crossover by Williams, left hand, no, and Max skies for the rebound.
So obviously they're aware where he's at defensively and when we're on defense.
Rennell turns it over on the double dribble, and FDU will inbound. About 4 minutes in, 10-4 lead for St. Francis here in the first of a 4-game homestand. Tonight and tomorrow afternoon, and then two teams, or I beg your pardon, the Flash will be home against Central on Saturday and Sunday, and there's another turnover. A little sloppy here both ways.
Yeah, some happy feet going on, Patrick, some happy feet.
Brings us to the media timeout. We will keep it here. I want to remind everybody, coming up at the break, fans, we are honoring the 1990-91 team. It's the 30th anniversary of the lone NCAA tournament participant. And a great story. I had the chance to interview a number of folks that were on that team and had a chance to interview Jim Barron, who coached that team, and a package that Chris Miller put together for the half tonight. Talks about it used to be a tartan surface here way back when, and it shares the story how Jim Barron cut a deal to bring a used wood floor to the Stokes Center. Really fun story when he shared it in a Zoom call with me back in the fall, and a package that Chris Miller put together on how the Flash acquired the wood floor. That's coming up at the break. And interestingly, while we celebrate the 90-91 team, it was FDU that the Flash beat in the championship game that year to punch their ticket to the NCAAs. March 2nd, 1991. Flash won. I was here, 97-82 win over FDU. Those were the two dominant teams in the league at the time, and it was a game the Flash dominated from start to finish. Mike Isolino had 32 points in that game. He was the NEC tournament MVP, and again would go on to play Arizona out in Utah.
You know where that floor is now? It's at the Building 2 Rec Hall in
I
Altoona.
did know that. I did know that. And you'll find out where it came from in the piece at the break with Coach Barron.
I love that floor. Love that floor. A lot of history on that floor, Patrick.
My oldest stepson Logan played on that court down at Building 2. Boy, cozy confines down at the building, too.
No one like Carl Bennett, and I'll tell you, the Bennett family is just a wonderful group of
Oh,
folks.
pretty move by Dixon Conover. Went in with the left, moved the ball to the right, and curled it over the rim. It's 12-4. Ramir's first field goal of the night.
He does so many things well.
Flash early on, 4 of 6 from the field.
I'd say he's probably one of the taller point guards in the league, too. What is he, 6'3", 6'4"?
6'3". Miles checks out, and Marlon Hargis checks in. Made a splash against Bryant. His flash debut, short rim 3 by Calum, won't go. Rennell clears. Skip it. Ramir, 3. No. Follow. Hargis won't go. To fight for it, Hargis and Powell, and they're going to whistle Hargis for the foul. Hargis is a transfer student fan, 6'7", 205, out of Mays Landing, New Jersey. Went to St. Augustine, an outstanding prep school. Played 2 years at Holy Cross up in Worcester, Mass., and gained eligibility following an NCAA ruling last month, and again has played now in 3 games. This is his 4th for St. Francis.
You know, that foul could have gone either way, going back to that pass.
He was battling for a loose ball,
exactly.
I thought.
I don't know how that's a foul, but nice rebound there collected by big Josh Cohen.
Sitting at 12-4 in favor of the Flash. Neither team has scored on a number of possessions here as we approach 14.5-minute mark. Baseline land, that was partially blocked by Williams. That's his second block of the night, and here come the Knights. Long 3 by Powell, but the errant shot is collected by Williams, and a fresh 30 for the Knights. Stop and go by Jenkins.
That was their first 3-point miss, I believe. So
Baker drives, wild shot. Cohen collects the rebound. And did you catch what happened? It wasn't a foul.
I think it was just maybe an inadvertent whistle. You hear Coach Krim calling out, press offense, but so far we haven't really seen them, pick up in the press. They haven't had the opportunity to with only 4 points.
Something else we haven't seen is a bucket in a while.
Yeah,
we're going about 4 minutes without either team scoring. There's a whistle on the floor, and it's going to be against Joe Munden, his first, freshman out of the Bronx. So Munden, Calum, Jenkins, Williams, and who am I missing? Powell, the 5 on the floor for Greg Horenda's team. Land shows, drives, floats, scores. Pretty move by Land, got in the lane, and he converts. He had a splash in his debut against Bryant in the win against the Bulldogs on the front end of the doubleheader. 14 points and 7 rebounds. And how about that slam off the inbounds pass?
That was pretty.
Showed his vertical leap in his Flash debut.
We've had some great men of Moeller here, haven't we?
Great program, Archbishop Moeller. 3 wing by Elyjah Williams, showing his range. Was watching actually one of Max Land's teammates last night, Miles McBride, down at West Virginia, the freshman. A good matchup at the Big 12 between Texas Tech and WVU. And McBride had 24 points. Flirted with a double-double, 7 rebounds, 6 assists last night to lead Huggins' team to a 1-point win over the Red Raiders. It's a touchdown lead here, 14-7. Jenkins drives and scores. Pretty move by Jaleel Jenkins, the senior, and it's 14-9.
He is so quick. He gets north-south really well.
Well, and you talk about the guys that the kind of people that Max Land played with at Archbishop Moeller. He played with Jackson Hayes, who played at Moeller. Spent a year at Texas, was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. We're talking about the Big 12. Plays now with Zion Williams and the New Orleans Pelicans, and is off to a pretty good start this year. So he's not fazed by talent being around him here at St. Francis.
And you go home in the summertime and you play with those guys. That's one heck of a team they had down there. Home of Ken Griffey Jr. as well, if I'm not correct.
And Max played football at Moeller as well, both a basketball and a football player. Drive and score by Williams. Did a nice job hanging and able to convert. And it's a 3-point lead now for SFU. 5 for Williams on that lay-in.
You know, FDU obviously, just getting back in action last week. They're finding they're feeling each other out right now as well.
There's the quickness of Jenkins, took it away, get it out in front. Calum drives and an offensive foul. That time it was Hargis. Flag took one earlier. That time the Holy Cross transfer able to step in and draw the offensive foul.
And you got to love the bench reaction. You know, guy puts his body on the line, takes it square. Beautiful.
Second foul on Calum Baker, and that brings us to the media. Inside 12 media timeout, we'll take it. 11:49 to go first half. Flash lead the Knights 14-11. You're watching Red Flash Hoops on Northeast Conference Front Row.
What's better than a McDonald's Big Mac? How about getting one for free? The Red Flash 3-Point Madness is back. When St. Francis makes 8 3-pointers in a home game, Big Macs are buy one, get one free. It's another reason to love Red Flash basketball. The offer is only good the day after the game at participating restaurants.
Welcome back to Stokes, 14-11 St. Francis. Flashmen aren't the only team in action here at Stokes this weekend. The men's volleyball team and Coach Mike Rumbaugh will host the Red Flash Invitational. 4 matches Friday and Saturday here at DeGaulle Arena. Same as basketball, no fans allowed, but you can catch all the action on NEC Front Row. Congratulations to senior Josh Blair, the Chicago product. The Eastern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association Offensive Player of the Week. Had a fantastic weekend for SFU. Didn't come away with any wins last weekend, but a strong performance by Blair and a strong shot that time. A good move by Miles Thompson to stretch the lead to 5.
That's something you don't see Miles do often, a pull-up like that. So just showing, how versatile he is.
Whistle and a foul. Greg Evans is going to let us know who it was, and it's going to go against Max Land, the freshman out of Moeller. Flash shooting 45% from the field, 50%, 2 of 4 from three-point range, and Thompson does have one of those triples.
Miles checking in with 7 points already.
Munden off the mark, the freshman. 2-time NEC Rookie of the Week. Misfires on that triple, and Thompson has it. Drives. Goes off the board, no, but active on the glass is Hargis, and he scores.
Oh, I mean, his length plus his vertical just makes him so tough to defend inside.
He averaged 6 as a sophomore in 1920 last year for Holy Cross.
He's really had a seamless adjustment here too, Pat. He's really fitting in well.
That shot off the mark, and Ramir clears. So Ramir off to filling that stat sheet again. Touched by Jenkins. Flash will retain possession. Fortunate not to lose that as Bryce was cutting one way, and Ramir nearly threw it away, but Jenkins deflected it out of bounds. Substitution into the game for St. Francis. Luke Ruggery, the redshirt freshman out of Duncansville and Bishop Guilfoyle High School. First team All-Stater for the Marauders a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Luke is, they had a great article on Luke. Corey Geiger did, and just what a hard worker he is.
That shot off the mark. All-time leading scorer down at BG. Took his team to the state title championship game. They lost. Took them all the way to the AA state title his senior year. Halfway through the first half, it's a 7-point lead for St. Francis. Scoring has cooled off quite a bit. Lasky deflected it, and Ramir took it away. One-on-one. Driving off the rim won't go. Hargis follows. And they're going to say it went out of bounds off of Munden, so the Flash will retain possession. Calum back in for Bryant, and he replaces Rush.
Yeah, Marlin was looking for a little lob there. He was pointing up, and I guess RDC just couldn't get that ball up there.
Flashing the bonus the rest of this first half. So they hit the bonus midway through the half. 6 fouls already on FDU. Munden drives and threw it. Oh, give it to Jenkins in the corner. Thought he was going to throw that away, but Jenkins bailed him out. Corner jump shot. That's good. Well, really, 8-foot jump shot on the baseline, Elyjah Williams. He has a soft touch for a big guy.
He really does. I was just going to say that. He's got a really nice touch. A lot of respect between him and Miles there.
Miles skips it into Hargis. Nice catch, and he scores! Marlon Hargis. The good hands on the catch. It was he fired it in there, Miles did, and boy, in a seamless motion, he collected and scored, and he'll go to the line.
He works hard for that money, so you better treat him right there, Patrick. Very nice pass, wouldn't you say?
Good find by Miles. We mentioned missed the last 2 games, but has come in and really given his team a lift here in the first half. The lead is 7 with Hargis at the line on the way, and it's good.
Does he remind you of Keith Braxton a little bit? What do you see?
He has that smooth style about him. Hargis you're talking about. Yeah.
Same number?
Yeah, he does have that sort of confident style in his game.
Yeah.
Bounce pass baseline. That's Williams. Got it from P.O. Racine. We'll give you his particulars as he checked in the last option. And again, Elyjah Williams showing the offensive arsenal here in the first half.
And what you're noticing is he's catching it, and then he's going right into a Sigma pivot, okay? And then
there's a takeaway by Williams. And he hammers it home. 11 for Williams, and he has just taken over here over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, very impressed. But again, when they go inside, he's catching reverse pivot, and he's just really making some great, strong moves.
I'll tell you what, they list him at 220. He looks bigger than that to me.
Oh, my gosh, easily.
Vargas hands it off to Ramir. Ramir looks to drive, has it stripped, and guess who? Williams comes out of there with it. He's going to run the show across the timeline. Left wing, Powell. No.
He's a little winded now.
He is a little winded. He is a little winded. He's thinking about that month that they weren't playing ball.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Hargis inside. Ruggery skies for the rebound. Kick it out. And Miles collects. Contact, no foul. Him and P.O. Racine collided and no whistle. A little sloppy this time, Tom.
Yep.
On both ends.
Getting close to that media timeout probably, huh?
Pretty ball movement. But the block by Williams. Williams has done it all for Greg Horenda's team here over the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, the tempo changing, and we're getting into that up and down style. Perfect time for a media timeout.
7:25 to go, first half. The lead is 4 for St. Francis. Give us a chance to look at some other games around the Northeast Conference. Well, there's only one other game. Merrimack and Long Island there's no other games. We're the only game in town. They were supposed to play, but that game has been postponed, and that's 2021 for you. You just don't know what the next 24 hours is going to bring.
I give these student athletes so much credit. Predictability is something that's a big part of success. Knowing when you're going to play. It's just been it's been crazy for the world, but we're going to get back to it, and just better days ahead.
Top 25 scores, fans. Texas, number 5, Longhorns lead the Sooners 14-11, 11:40 to go. Kentucky, they've struggled. Alabama leads UK. Tide's ranked 9th, 17-12, 11:33 to go. And number 18, Tennessee, leads Mississippi State 15-6 with 11:55 remaining in the first half.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a year of a lot of Netflix. And have you watched Cobra Kai? That's my first question for you. Oh, you've got to watch it.
My wife and I are into the mysteries. We got into different movies on the Mystery Channel, and We've been all about that, and well, we always have sports on. That goes without saying. Both big fans, and we actually been watching my middle stepson scored his first varsity point last weekend. Congratulations to Ethan, and we've been watching some of the Indiana high school games on Facebook Live and YouTube. So sports and mysteries at our house.
Well, give Johnny Lawrence a chance. You're going to love him. So.
Here it's a 4-point lead, 21-17. Cohen inside, soft touch, and he scores. Went right inside. And Josh is able to convert his first field goal of the night.
He makes the most of his moments. He's in there. He's tipping the ball. He's rebounding. I'm really impressed with how he's come along, and that's a credit to Eric Taylor, who works with our bigs.
Flash at 40% from the floor, 39% for the Knights. Tough shot by Jenkins, air ball. Lasky had it, and it was poked away from him. Cohen collects. Max Land to Lasky. Fadeaway jumper, no, and Mr. Williams gathers the rebound. Not a lot of rhythm for FDU right now on the offensive end. They seem to be a little bit playing a little bit freestyle, and I got to believe Horrenda wants more structure right now. That's a corner three that Lasky misfires on. Jenkins, Euro, takes it up. Contact, no whistle.
I'll tell you what, the Euro is just taking over this game, isn't it? I mean, we see it all the time.
Bryce drives right hand to the left side, and he scores. Lasky gets inside, and he now has 5, and the lead is 8 for SFU, largest of the game.
I think he learned his lesson from that block he got. What do you think? He went up real quick with that inside hand. Smart move by Bryce.
Flash in a zone on this trip down. Pretty pass, and Racine scores. Williams fed him. P.O. Racine, a 6'8 freshman out of Montreal, the recipient of the pretty pass, and the lead is 6. Near takeaway by Jenkins. Land wide open, left-hander's good.
Oh, that's pretty. Beautiful rotation on that.
Well, there's a reason he's shooting 56% with that stroke, and the lead is now 9. So the offense starting to find some more rhythm for St. Francis. And there's a triple at the other end.
And who else?
Jenkins cashes in. He has 8. 11 for Williams, 8 for Jenkins. And Hargis with 7 for the Flash. Lasky has 5. Ramir drives. Goes up, draws contact. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, much more balance for St. Francis, no doubt about it. Haven't seen much of the sophomore Brandon Rush either, have we?
No, he has been. He's coming in now.
Yeah.
Dixon Conover at the line. 79% free throw shooter.
And FDU's doing a type of sub I think my brother Pete does with his 4th grade team. Man, that's a hockey sub.
Line change. He got 5 guys there. And, there was a sloppy offensive sequence. I wonder if Horrenda's trying to send a message, brings 5 fresh bodies into the game. Ramir will get 1 more.
It is entertaining watching Coach Horrenda on the sideline. And I was talking with Coach Krimmel here before the game, and they're actually very good friends, very opposite in terms of mannerisms on the sideline, though.
Coach Horrenda is the definition of an extrovert. He loves, and a great guy. I mean, one of the fun guys. He has a radio show in addition to his coaching responsibilities. He has a lot of fun on social media during the quarantine. Rob collaborated with him. He made a really fun video about how he was spending his quarantine. Just a really interesting fellow. Bucket for FDU inside. That was Mikey Square, and the lead is cut to 6. It was 9.
Now, did he replace Tom Green, or was there someone in between? Yeah.
He did.
I always loved playing against FDU.
Yeah, Green would have been the coach during your playing days, huh?
Yeah.
There's a turnover. It's going over to the Knights. Yeah, they've had a lot of stability there.
Oh, they have.
Green was there forever.
Guys like Rashawn Turner and.
Oh, I mean coaching-wise.
Yeah.
In terms of long tenured coaches, already the 8th year for Greg Horrenda up in Teaneck. His team has it just inside of 4 minutes to go first half. They trail by 6. Top of the circle, that's Calum. Now left wing to Powell. Got tied up by Dixon Conover in a foul, and Ramir pleading his case. Thought he got ball. but the official Greg Evans saw it differently, and Dickinson Conover are going to be whistled for the foul. That takes us to the last media timeout of the first half. We will take it. Flash lead the Knights 30-24. Back after this, you're watching Red Flash Hoops on Northeast Conference Front Row. Welcome back to Stokes. Farbaugh and Fox with you. It's time for tonight's Junior Frankie fan of the game. Say hello to Grace Kovac. She is the younger sister of Red Flash women's basketball player Kaylee Kovac. Congratulations to Grace, tonight's Junior Frankies fan of the game. For more information about how to join the Junior Frankies Club, you can call 814-472-2785 or email sfujuniorfrankies.com.
And that is the 9th turnover for FD right now, and Coach Arenda did not like that call.
There's a deflection. Ty Stewart into the game for SFU, his first stint. Makes a nice pass to Dickinson Conover, and he converts.
And you know, St. Francis right now, that's 7-team assists. So, again, getting towards that 15 assist threshold.
Pop put his arm into Max Land to create some space. And, I'll give him credit. He recognized the officials are letting him play a little bit tonight, and he did what he needed to get some separation, and he scores.
Yeah, so far, a very well officiated game. This is how games need to be officiated. Let
Stewart, jump shot, good.
Let these guys play a little,
Ty's a redshirt junior to Silver Spring, Maryland fans, and up off the bench. He transferred before last season from Binghamton University. There's a three by Powell, so he answers the 2-point bucket by Stewart with a three of his own, and the lead is cut to 5.
I know Coach Krim was not happy with Rennell not getting his hands.
It wasn't contested.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to get high hands.
Rennell with it at top of the circle, the freshman. Call Major to land. Skip it back to Rennell. That's a deep triple. Off the mark. Good box out, and Rush clears. All the way, left-handed scores, and Rob calls a timeout, and I don't blame him. You give a clean look at three, and then no one steps up to stop the player attacking the basket, and now it's a one-possession game.
Yeah. There's a freshman mistake for you, for Rennell, who's made some great strides, but number one, you got to get your hands up on the shooter. Got to get your hands up. No excuse for that. And then coming down on the offensive end, settling for your first shot off the first pass is never going to get it done either.
And you had a 9-point lead, Tom, and it's all of a sudden dwindled down to 3.
It is a game of runs, no doubt.
Hey, fans, make sure you stay with us at the break. As I mentioned, we're going to have that package on the court, that the Flash, how they acquired the court, where they hoisted the 90-91 NEC Championship trophy. And then Tom and I will be back. We'll take a look at the first half statistics at the intermission, and we'll also preview the second half. That's all coming up at the break as we approach the 2-minute mark. It's a 3-point lead for the Flash. Stewart, Dickinson, Conover, Thompson, Land, and Lasky, the group out there for Rob. Ramir drive, short rim, no. A whistle and a foul. Ty, good job attacking the hoop. It's going to go against Williams.
Hey, Ramir's had some success really creating and got another good look, but
That'll send Stewart to the line. Ty led the NEC in free throw percentage last year, 85%. This season, he's 6 of 8 from the line. Makes good on the first. Active on our campus, led a campus voter registration drive during the fall semester. Ty did, communications major, very engaged in the student body.
Yeah, it's good to see someone fighting apathy, especially when it comes to the right to vote. So I know Coach Krimmel is very proud of him for those efforts.
Second one's good. Pushes the lead to 5. Whistle on the flash and a foul. And Ty a little too aggressive with the full court pressure and picks up his first.
Had a little smile on his face after that one. He knew.
He was ranked as the number 3 prospect in Maryland as a senior by ESPN. Came here by way of Binghamton University. Williams gets it across the timeline, attacks, drives, score it. Draws contact with Thompson. There's some big bodies going at it. And Williams, well, I mean, there's a reason he's preseason All-NEC. He came in averaging 11.6 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per game, better than 2.5 assists per game, and 1.4 blocks per game. We've seen that complete game on display tonight.
Yeah, and it's, I never would have thought that he had the range he had. You never judge a book by its cover, right? But, getting back to that attempted charge right there, Miles committed just too late. He had position, but just a second too late in deciding that's what he was going to do. 14
now for Williams. He goes to the bench. Remember, he picked up that second foul, so Arenda trying to protect him here, not letting him get a third in the waning moments of this first half. $1.50 to play. It's a 2-point lead for SFU, a lead that not long ago was 9, is down to just a field goal. Hargis tries to rip it through, and it goes out of bounds.
Active hands. Defensively, these two teams really play similarly. A lot of deflections.
Cohen in, Thompson out. Both teams in the bonus. Slash in the double bonus the rest of this half. 1 on the shot clock. Ramir fires, won't go. Cohen got tangled up with Square, and they're going to get Josh saying that he pulled down Cohen from behind, so we'll have free throws at the other end.
Yeah, I think that was probably a pretty good call right there.
They were tangled up.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to determine who was the perpetrator, but it goes against Cohen.
Yeah. And just like that, here comes Miles right back in.
And Mikey Square to the line. Product of St. John's down in D.C., an outstanding program. And actually, Coach Arenda has tapped into that program a number of times. Mikey Squares from there. Devin Dunn misfires. Square does, and the flash now with the basketball. Be nice to see us get a little separation here in the last minute of this first half.
Absolutely.
Ramir stop and go. Contact, whistle, and an offensive foul on Land.
I don't know about that one. Did Max clear out? I guess, he just said he might have cleared him out. I didn't see that, but didn't have the vantage point, I guess.
And now they bring Tom Williams back in to bring his offense. He has 2 fouls, but he gets off the bench, comes in. Luke Ruggery in for St. Francis. He replaces Land.
It's really going to be an entertaining second half, really.
Ball will stay with FDU.
The foul calls have picked up too. Here we are, almost 10 apiece. So
yeah, it'll be double bonus rest away for both sides in the last 52-plus seconds. 3 right wing rush on the way. That won't go. And Miles did a nice job not going over the back. He just sort of contested that rebound without fouling, and SFU will get possession.
It's such a big difference from a mental standpoint going in to halftime with 1 as opposed to 2. I can't even tell you as a former player, so Miles did the right thing there.
Williams in, Munden out. They don't want Williams to get his third. 16-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock, so the Flash can't play this one to the final shot. need a spark here offensively. Skip it to Lasky. Dangerous pass. Pull up, jump shot, elbow, and it's good.
I'll tell you, he's just got such a smooth stroke.
Well, you don't lead the Whippeal better than 30 a game his senior year at Laurel Highlands, and you can see why. He has such a smooth delivery on the jump shot. And now the Knights will play for the final shot of the first half. Jenkins off the dribble. Tough shot, short rim, no. Gathered in by Square, won't go. And Land secures it to bring us to the intermission. 38-34, St. Francis leads Fairleigh Dickinson in a game that, with Nittany Sports Nation, who were his top football players on the basketball roster, and he indicated Max Land. He gave him the top honors, who played football at Muller.
Yeah.
Ben Seidel for his arm. He mentioned Dixon Conover, a Mark Flagg. So those were the four that Rob identified as his top gritters on the basketball squad.
I think there could be a lot said, too, for A.J. Labriola. He's a heck of an athlete, too. I'd put him at 5.
We're back in action. Williams gets it inside to Mikey Square, and he scores. Leads a bucket.
That's a smart move by FDU, knowing that Mark's got 2, and he's got to be smart.
38-36. Half a minute in, second half. Vermeer drives, draws, contact, then he'll go to the line.
Well,
Strong move.
That got a fist bump from my friend Rob Krimmel, who usually doesn't do that very often on the sideline, so he's fired up too.
Vermeer, we mentioned he had the 18 points at Sacred Heart last Friday. He could have had a lot more. He was 0 for 6 from outside the arc in that game. Misfires on that one. But you mentioned it at the break. He's filling up the box score.
Yeah, you look at the plus-minus number that's usually given, and he's got a nice one. So making his presence felt all over.
He gets it into Miles. Mark had his man sealed. That was Square, and the freshman out of North Bethesda, Maryland, is whistled for the foul. It'll be the first for him, second of the second half for FDU.
I really like going into Mark right away, get him going. It's a long time to sit on the bench, and it's frustrating as a player. So
that's 3 fouls for Square, Tom, so he'll go to the bench. And checking in is Oscar Okeke. He's a senior, 7-footer, and he picks up a whistle. So a quick foul for the senior out of Nigeria.
I was just going to ask, where's he?
Who played at St. Anthony's, and that's 3 fouls already on the board for the Knights. And we're less than a minute and a half into the second half. Pretty pass. Lasky converts.
Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty.
Mark with a nice cut, or I beg your pardon, Bryce with a nice cut. And he converts, and the lead is back to 6.
Bryce does such a nice job letting the game come to him,
Long 3 by Powell, no. Good steal by Flagg. Yeah, I would agree with you. His shots typically are found in rhythm.
Yes, they are.
Rob out barking instructions. Man-to-man defense for the Knights. Second half. First to 2 tonight and tomorrow night, and Flagg will go to the line. And this time, Lasky delivers the assist to Mark Flagg, and Flagg out of Pennsbury High will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I know I mentioned his name before, Tom Chambers from the Phoenix Suns. Mark also reminds me, him and Cohen, I'll tell you what.
Mark's still looking for that 100th block. He came in with 99 tonight, did not pick up one in the first half. This is an area, Tom, that he has very much improved this year from last year, shooting 68% from the line here in the 2021 season. And that was really, it was costing the Flash last year. They would foul him because he just really struggled there last season and really has cleaned things up.
Yeah, it was heck of flag last year, I guess you'd say. But, definitely putting the reps in, and that's something that you definitely could do during COVID a lot of time.
Powell is blocked by Lasky. Vermeer in transition. Euro won't go, lost his balance. Rebound by Thompson, no. Mark had it, and he's fouled. So Flagg and Thompson working hard on the glass. Vermeer looked like he lost his balance a little bit. He did not go up strong with that, but the white shirt's there to clean it up.
Yeah, and then, 5-0 on fouls, but hey, St. Francis is winning the 50-50 balls right now, and that's key.
Matching the largest lead of the game. It's back to 9, 45-36.
Oh!
Flag with the flush!
Wow!
The find and the finish, and Flag with an exclamation point, and the lead is 11.
I'll tell you what, Mark Flag, I love watching him play.
Jenkins, floater. Won't go. Racine and Flag battle for it, and it's off Racine. Mark active at both ends right now for Rob Krimmel's squad.
He's got a lot of energy since he didn't play much in that first half, and I'll tell you what, we're a different team with Mark on the floor. We really are.
He does bring that energy. The lead is 11 for SFU. Lob it over to Dixon Conover at the logo. I'll tell you what, the Flash with the run here, not put this thing away, but really create some separation. Mark draws the double, gets in trouble, tries to split it and does. Finds Max Land. 3 by Thompson, and that's good. And a timeout for Arenda, and he's not happy with the officials.
Oh, that was a beautiful extra pass. Isn't that pretty?
And I thought Mark wasn't going to be able to split the double team, but he was able to use his length, get it to Max Land, who got it to Thompson in the corner, and he cashed in.
It was like Gumby right there. He kind of, I don't know how the heck he got that pass through there, but, I think the best play in basketball is that little extra pass that Max Land made. That's what this team needs to hang their hat on, and I just love seeing the bench get all excited. And
I'll tell you what, we've had a lot of good freshmen come through here. Obviously, in recent years, a lot of freshmen that have played a lot of minutes. Keith Braxton, Jamal King. Well, Jamal didn't play a lot his freshman year, but Isaiah Blackman did. And they had high basketball IQs. And Max Land is cut from that same cloth. He really knows what he wants to do out on the court. And case in point, he knew who was open in the corner, shoveled it over to Thompson, who cashed in with the 3.
Yeah, such a smart player. Such a smart player. And, you mentioned Keith. He definitely reminds me of Keith, the way he's able to get north-south. But Keith also was a heck of a passer. And what couldn't Keith do?
Yeah. Be honest, if you're listening, Braxton, man, I do miss watching him play. He was just so the skill set. It was a joy to watch. It really was.
I was there when he hit that shot against Wagner. That's one of my all-time favorite basketball memories ever.
Propelled the Flash to the NEC championship game down at the Mount.
Drove out there with Dan McHenry to Staten Island, New York. That was a trip.
Miles has 10, 9 for Lasky. Flash shooting now up to 50%, 19 of 38, and they're 4 of 9 from 3 after that triple by Thompson. And FDU has to be careful here they don't get run out of the gym. Corner 3, short rim no. Racine is fouled, I believe, by Miles. And that'll be the first foul of the half for the Flash.
It wasn't a smart foul on Miles. He had position. But, opening up 12-2, Pat, you can't ask for better than that.
Williams fans has 14 to lead all scorers and 8 for Jenkins. And Caleb gets the inbound, picks up his dribble. Knights, by the way, shooting 44%, 36% from 3. They're 4 of 11. Williams puts it on the deck. Fades, left hand, no. Max trying to come out of there with it, but Powell collects. Errant pass taken away by Land. Right place, right time.
It was the easiest steal he will ever have.
3, Lasky, right wing. Guess who? Flag up, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, Mark's bringing the energy this half. Again, a great extra pass.
We got a technical foul on Arenda. Greg Evans, the official, he was getting an earful by Arenda, and he had enough. And so Ramir will go to the line to shoot the technical.
Coach Arenda definitely looking at foul counts, but, I think every team's been on the short end of that.
Ramir makes good on the first. He'll get one more. Now 4 of 6 from the line. Lead stretches to 15.
I mean, they're in the 1-1 the rest of the way. It's 16:29 to go.
Well, it was 5 very early, maybe 2.5 into the second half. And you remember they sent off one player, and they brought in Okeke, and he picked up one really quickly.
Well, Pat, it's nice to be on this side of it. How about it?
Flag at the line now for the personal foul. So Dixon Conover shoots the technical fouls, and now Mark at the stripe.
I'm just sad the people of Criminal Corner are not up there because they wouldn't have to yell.
Well, we were talking at the break. It really, I missed a few games, and great to be back on the mic, but it still is surreal to me. We were together for the UMBC game back in December, and I'd never get used to this. A quiet gym, an empty arena.
No, it's not how it's supposed to be, but hopefully good days coming with these vaccines. So
half dozen for Flag. He makes good on the second, 53-36. The lead is 17. Williams, 3 on the way, and that's good. So the leading scorer in the game pushes his point total up to 17, and it's a 14-point lead.
I'll tell you, he's got a great personality, too. He was kind of trying to get into our broadcast there at the start of the half. I don't know if you noticed
Block
that.
from behind, I did, by Williams. Miles gets it, takes it up again. The third time's a charm for number 5.
Oh, good to have Miles back after 2 games away.
Active on the glass. The junior out of Camden. Baker 3. That's good. And again, that's another open look, Tom. A clean look as Ramir went flying by, and converting is Caleb Baker. He's from Oakville, Ontario. That's up and score it. And so FDU a little run here, the 3, and now the bucket inside, and they'll go to the line. Chance for 6 straight for the Knights.
Yeah, in about 7 or 8 seconds. That's a quick turnaround.
Media timeout, we'll keep it here. I was mentioning Caleb Baker from Oakville, Ontario, about 25 miles south of Toronto, and able to convert, and a chance for the Knights out of the break when we come back. Well, we talk about these back-to-backs, and they are very unusual. And prepping for the game, I was just curious to see how many leagues are operating under similar conditions. Half of the 32, 16 of the 32 Division I conferences are playing games on back-to-back nights. And that's not the big schools, the ACC, the Big 12, the SEC. They're playing more of a traditional schedule, and TV dictates a lot of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the idea of this model is to reduce the amount of travel required by programs during the pandemic. But it's never been seen before. So we talk about trying to get rhythm. You usually get a couple of weeks between playing a team on the road and then getting them back at home, at least a couple of weeks typically. And it's just something that hopefully this is the only year you have to deal with it. But just like trying to get used to an empty gym, it's just so unusual for these guys.
And correct me if I'm wrong, are they not permitted to do film sessions in between these 2 games?
That I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's going to make this season one of a kind. And hopefully they don't have to do this again. I know we talked at the beginning of the broadcast, that day off in between, not only are you playing a different team, but your body gets the rest. I could not imagine having to do this, but we've come so far in terms of strength and conditioning. And
Powell got one more. There's actually 2 leagues, fans. He makes good on it. 2 leagues that are giving teams off a day in between. The Big Sky and the America East. They're cutting down on the travel, but it's a 3-day visit. In the Big Sky and the America East, you'll play, for example, on a Tuesday, and then the 2 teams would tip it up again on a Thursday. There's a turnover. It's going back to the Knights. Leads down to 10. And they get the ball back on the giveaway.
They can score in a hurry, that's for sure.
Williams working against Hargis. Flag goes up, and they'll have another chance at a 3-point play. So they needed a lift. And Coach Greg Arenda has dialed up the right combination. A game that looked like it had the chance to really swing heavily in SFU's favor. It's now down to an 8-point lead with a chance to make it 7 for Mikey Squire.
And you know what? The technical foul that Coach Arenda got really started to light these guys up. And I'm wondering if there was a little bit of a intentionality
on that. Absolutely. Square makes good. It's a 6-point lead. Now they show some full court pressure. Land is doubled. Dixon Conover gets it across the timeline. 3 on the way for Lasky. In and out. Cohen gathers, takes it up and scores. The redshirt freshman out of Lincroft, New Jersey. A big bucket for SFU.
Right in and makes an impact.
Williams, the explosiveness. For a man his size, 2 strides from the free throw line, and he answers Cohen's bucket with one of his own. Leads all scorers now with 19.
Boy, the pace has really just shot up here, hasn't it? You know, that's FDU. They will throw different looks at you. They'll throw different presses at you, and you just got to be ready.
Cohen screen for Lasky. Hargis drives, deflected, and it's gathered in by Joe Munden, the freshman out of the Bronx, across the timeline. Oh, I thought Square might have slid the feet there. No call. Corner 3, and that's good. Caleb Baker cashes in with another triple, and it's a 4-point lead.
St. Francis got to weather this storm here.
And again, they bring the pressure, trying to keep the foot on the gas. Rob wants a timeout to sort things out. And I don't blame him. Things were starting to really, you can just feel momentum shifting over to the blue and red.
I can't remember a quicker momentum shift. They were just up 16. And what was it, a three-pointer, a couple three-point plays, or 4 3-pointers. So it's amazing that line out there changes everything so quickly.
Again, the big gun Williams tonight with 19, but contribution up and down the lineup. Square has 8. Caleb Baker has a half dozen. And Jalil Jenkins, relatively quiet night for him. If he gets going.
That makes me nervous.
Yeah. Jenkins with 8 points, a couple of threes, so he has contributed. But it's been some other guys stepping up for the Knights.
This is a great timeout by Rob.
Cohen battles, contact, no call. Josh scores. 2 straight buckets for Cohen.
He just flips that thing up there, it looks like, doesn't it?
Soft hands.
Yeah.
7 now for the 6'10 redshirt freshman.
Must be all the bagels he makes at his parents' bagel shop.
Skip it, corner. Munden thought about it. Now he drives, won't go. Land gathers. 6-point lead for SFU. Lob pass to Hargis, won't go. Max is there to clean it up. He loses it. It will stay with SFU. Lost it out of bounds, but they'll say it went off of one of the Knights players. So a short shift for Hargis as Thompson is going to check back in.
Yeah, I think that's a good lineup shift right there.
Miles will get it.
Again, going back to Josh Cohen, he just takes advantage of the minutes he gets. He's really efficient. He's played about 10 minutes. He's got, 9 points? 7 points?
7 points. Flush it home. Ramir Dixon Conover, and Cohen on the find, and Ramir makes good on the dunk, and Flash now back to an 8-point lead. What had been whittled to 4 is now back to 8. 3 on the way by Rush, and that's good.
Cleveland, Ohio in the house, Warrensville Heights product. Brandon Rush had a nice career in high school.
Not far from St. Ignatius, where you played.
Not far at all. From the 2-1-6.
He had 16 last Friday at Merrimack. Rush did. Hit 28 earlier this year against Fairfield, so he could put it in the hoop.
Yeah.
Man-to-man for FDU. Max tries to get in the lane and does. Now kicks it out to Thompson. His 3 short rim, no. And here come the Knights. Williams with the full head of steam. Lost the ball momentarily, gathered it back in. A whistle and a foul on the Flash. And that's a tough call. It's going against Cohen.
It's a little bit late on that call,
that's what I thought.
A little bit late. I think Coach might have been in his ear on that one.
Right, and Rob's up. And I don't think Rob has a problem with the call if it's made right away. But there was a lull, and then the whistle blew.
Yeah, much too late on that call, but.
So Square at the line, 80% free throw shooter, 21 of 26 entering tonight's game. And he makes good on the first.
Yeah,
just 1 of 3 tonight, excuse me, Tom. Now 2 of 4.
Yeah.
St. John's product will get one more. Couple free throws for Square.
Pat, I thought we'd be a little more relaxed at this point, it was looking like, but that's basketball for you, huh?
Should have kept my mouth shut. Looked like it was going to swing our way, that pendulum, but FDU able to grab it right back. Now we see a zone this possession. And a takeaway by the Knights. Careless pass. Baker. Goaltending, score it. Land got it on the way down, and it's a 1-point game in favor of SFU. 19 for Williams, 10 for Square, and they have their team within a bucket.
My God, there's 12 minutes left to go. I feel like we've played 2 halves so far.
And they're going to stay in this zone.
That's, again, Coach Herenda, as I mentioned earlier, Coach Krimmel said he loves to mix things up.
Flag up off the SFU bench. He'll check in at the next stoppage. Miles drives, has it deflected from behind. It goes out of bounds. Shot clock winding down, but I believe they're going to say that ball was knocked out of bounds with some time.
No, they might want to look at the replay on this one.
I'm with you. If I don't see a monitor over there, maybe replay is not available tonight. Well, we'll sort it out. It looks like it's going to be going to FDU off of the shot clock violation. We'll take a break. 11:38 to go second half. It's a 1-point lead for St. Francis. They've led throughout. See if they can hang on and win the front end of a twin bill with Stokes. Back after this, you're watching Red Flash men's basketball on Northeast Conference Front Row.
So, what is the Thomas difference?
The Thomas difference is a better buying experience.
The Thomas difference is better service.
The Thomas difference is our people work for a better community.
We are better, and that is the Thomas difference.
Thomas Automotive, a great deal, better.
Hi, my name is Sharon Kireke. I'm from Harare, Zimbabwe, and you're watching NEC Front Row.
Welcome back to Stokes Farbaugh Fox. Chris Miller, our producer, Chase Dill directing tonight. Best wishes to him on speedy recovery. Some issues. Camera operators Lucani Eddy and Millie Laudenbach and Erska Medvesk. It's a 1-point lead. What do you see on that stat sheet, Tom, that has enabled FDU to come clawing back into this game?
Oh, we've a lot more turnovers for St. Francis, but the other thing is, Pat, some really bad fouls. So those and ones really swung the momentum.
Oh, missed layup by FDU. Had a chance to take the lead. It's a scrum in the lane. Flag with it, lobs it out to Land. Boy, a golden opportunity there for FDU to get their first lead of the game. Wide open layup. It's off the mark, and the Flash with the ball at the offensive end.
Great job by Mark getting on the floor, doing the dirty work there. But, yeah, definitely a missed opportunity.
Flash showed zone on their last defensive sequence, and now FDU with the zone of their own at their end.
And there's Mark passing out of the post again.
Flag to Lasky, and boy, I like the movement by Bryce Lasky. We talked about the shooting stroke, but he's active, moving around and looking for space.
He just lets it come to him. Great basket cut there, and that game against Pitt you mentioned earlier on, Mark does a great job finding open men.
They let Williams dribble around out here. I'd almost want to have somebody tighten up with him, and that's the reason why. He's shown that he can knock that down.
Well, he's laughing, having a good time. I'll tell you what. Yeah. And that's 22 for the big guy.
22. He had a career high 28 earlier this season at Fairfield. He's closing in on that. Came in averaging 14.7. He's well over that with still a half to play. A whistle and a foul. And they're going to get square on a push. He and Flagg were battling. And, Tom, we talked about the early second-half fouls. It's free throws the rest of the way for SFU. They need to make sure they get it done at the line.
Yep, and as you mentioned, Mark's improved. Hopefully he keeps that trend up.
2 for 3 tonight for number 42. First one on the way, and it's good. Pennsbury Falcons, 66-19 in his 3 varsity seasons there, and his 4th year here in Loretto. And always a fun person to bump into on campus. Has a great energy and enthusiasm about him, not unlike his style of play on the court.
He loves his coffee. I know that from working basketball camps with him. He had to have his coffee, Big Mark. So.
A man after my own heart.
Yep.
All right, Flagg good on the free throw. 1-2 at 65-63. Push by Rennell, and just a lazy foul there, unfortunately, for the freshman. He hasn't played a lot tonight out of Brandywine, and it's a common foul. And so the Knights, Caleb Baker will inbound.
You know, we've had a really good view of the growing pains of freshmen, no doubt about it, with so many playing. And
it's part of the maturation process. It's not anything that everybody goes through. You go through it the high school ranks, you go through it the college ranks.
Yep.
Bonus the rest of the way for the Knights as well, as that foul on Giles was the 6th of this half for SFU. Careless pass there, and Flagg takes it away. Push on the baseline for Williams, and that'll be his 3rd. So he went a long stretch with just the 2 fouls. He picked up 2 in the first half, and he's whistled for a 3rd. And after a long break, Jenkins comes in.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Mark, what did you mention, the all-football team? He looked like a big tight end right there. Dwight Clark.
Yeah, he was Rob's number 4 selection. Land got the first place vote, and Mark makes good on that.
Having a great second half here.
I'll tell you what, so many games, Tom, he seems like he's the guy that can give them that spark and be that energy provider. Short rim that one. Lead remains at 3. 9.5 to go. Glad you could join us on Front Row. A good finish shaping up here at Stokes.
You know what's exciting, Pat, is every guy on that floor is going to be back next year, I believe, with the NCAA's ruling.
High post, Munden banks it home. The lead is 1. His first bucket of the night. I don't know if he called it, but he's off the window, and it's a 1-point lead for SFU. First of 2 games in 2 days between the Flash and the Knights, and it's been a good one here tonight. Flagg inside, working against Williams. Goes up. Hook won't go. Active hands by Thompson, and he'll go to the line. So they go right at Williams with the 3 fouls. Mark is unable to draw the foul, but good action on the offensive glass by Miles Thompson, and he'll go to the line.
A real heads-up play. You know, Mark with a nice move, but I'll tell you, when Mark does miss shots, it's usually because he's looking as he's releasing. When he just sees that hoop a second before the release, he's pretty tough inside.
First free throw is good. And I don't know if we mentioned this in the pregame. The Knights have had our number of late here. They've won 3 in a row at Stokes. We mentioned that NEC championship game. But before that, they had won a couple. And so Flash trying to defend the home court against a team that has had their number over the last couple of seasons.
Yep.
2-point lead. Drive. Short-rimmed by Powell, no. Loose ball, and Dixon Conover secures.
Yeah, that NEC championship still stings.
I was thinking about it as I was prepping this week. Open 3 by Dixon Conover, no. Had a clean look and a whistle as they held Flagg, and he'll go back to the line.
Mark is, he's on a pogo stick, I feel like, right now. He is just, hands are everywhere.
And you know what is interesting? The last time these two teams played, this place was electric.
Oh.
full house.
There was
The noise level was incredible. And think about where we're at tonight, an empty gymnasium.
There was some fool in a red coat running around trying to get the crowd going. That guy had some issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy has had so many issues, they put him on the mic. Free throw by Mark's good. But the contrast, it's incredible.
It is. It's unbelievable.
That night was electric. 2 for 2 for Flag. And he'll exit after cashing in on the free throws. 2 big free throws. Josh Cohen comes in.
Now we're seeing some really good even scoring here. 11, 13, 11, 11. 4-point lead for our guys here.
Williams high post. Munden now right wing to Caleb Baker.
Oh, that was a nice move.
Fadeaway jumper baseline by Williams. He settled for that. And they're going to whistle Thompson for the foul, saying that he held Munden. I didn't see it.
I don't understand how he could make that call at that angle. Wouldn't that have been this official's
So
call
Munden
here?
will go to the line. A lot of standout high school players. Munden played at Monsignor Scanlon for the Crusaders. He was a 1,000-point scorer there. He's a 60% free throw shooter, 9 of 15 on the year, and he cashes in on the first.
It's crazy you're saying 9 of 15 at this point in the season, for a guy that's getting a lot of time. But then again, they were off for a month.
Yeah, just 10 games. And Rob also brought up something interesting during our Zoom call on Monday that I want to touch on. Misfired on the free throw, but they get the offensive rebound. Williams inside, and he'll go to the line. And he really caused me to think about this. In another season, in a normal year, the Flash 3-8, 11 games in. Around the 11-game mark, you would be finishing your non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
Think about that.
You'd
be ironing out the kinks trying to head into conference play. And just another way in which this season is unlike any other.
Yeah, I mean, do you put an asterisk by it here? It is just unbelievable. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. 3-point lead for the Flash with a missed free throw by Williams. Makes good in the second. Now it's a 2-point lead. 8 to go. And the first of 4 this week at the Stokes Center. Token pressure by Baker. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flash. That'll take us to the media timeout. We'll take it. 7:55 to go, second half. Getting close to rug cutting time. 69-67. St. Francis. Back after this, you're watching Red Flash Hoops on Northeast Conference Front Row.
It's coming. You hunting or you running? Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. It's coming.
Welcome back to Stokes. 69-67. Flash lead the Knights. Any numbers jumping out at you, Tom?
Yeah, they're shooting 50% from 3, 9 of 18, and Mr. Elyjah Williams with he's 3 for 3, and we're 4 for 13. So we need to defend that 3 ball a little better.
Flag, Lasky, Dixon, Conover, Land, and Thompson, the group out there for Rob Krimmel, on a giveaway as Williams gathers it in. Quickly the other way. Jenkins, right wing. Man for the Flash. Jenkins drives, and it's a jump ball. Lasky tied him up. The arrow goes to SFU. So a takeaway for St. Francis.
You know, St. Francis definitely plays their best ball when they let things come to them. Like right there, Bryce is looking to make something happen. Bryce is effective when he's stepping into shots and making the right basket cuts.
And the three-point shooting, we talked about that in the pregame show. You mentioned 50% for the Knights, just 31%, 4 of 13 for St. Francis.
Yeah.
Flash out rebounding the Knights by 11, 36-25. And let's note this, misfire there. They're doing a better job protecting the basketball, just not shooting it all that well right now. Jenkins, is he tied up again? No. They're going to say Lasky knocked that out of his hands, and it will stay with the Knights.
You know, on the offensive end there for St. Francis, going into Mark, and Mark had a really nice opposite look for that open three. But
Jenkins will trigger it, and he lobs it into Powell. Free throws the rest of the way, both ways. Williams has put on a show tonight. He has 23. Munden in the lane, and he ties it at 69. First tie since the opening tip on the little jumper in the lane by Munden. And now pressure again by the Knights.
And again, you know, their ability to convert lets them get into that press, and it's wreaks a little bit of havoc.
They've been active on the glass, Tom. That's 11 offensive rebounds for the Knights.
Wow.
Olan nearly gave it away on a carry. Shot clock at 4. They need to hurry. Thompson inside. Has it blocked, but a foul. He's clipped by Powell, and Miles Thompson will go to the line.
And it'll be free throws 24 and 25 for St. Francis. So
had a monster game in the win over Bryan a couple of weeks ago. 17 points, 9 rebounds, and he's at the line here with a chance to give the Flash the lead. And he makes good on the first. 60% free throw shooter entering tonight's game, 12 of 20, and he's 2 for 3 at the stripe tonight with one more to come.
Do you remember JYD, the junkyard dog from WWF, Patrick?
I never got into the pro wrestling.
Oh, Miles, it just hit me. Miles is the JYD. I love it.
They made 2 big ones there, and the lead is 2 for the Flash. See if we can get a stop at this end. Williams working against Flagg. Behind the back pass to Munden. Drew contact, follows his shot, misfires, and Thompson clears. Oh, a golden opportunity there for Munden. Misfired on the layup after he gathered in the rebound.
Beautiful pass from Mark.
Streaking Dixon Conover through the lane, and he'll have a chance at the line.
Well, I'll tell you what. I love when the offense goes through Mark. You're really making some great passes. And
we talk about basketball IQs. We mentioned Max Land. Mark's IQ out on the court it's really fun to see.
Yeah, it is.
Free throw by the left-hander Dixon Conover, no. One of the team's best free throw shooters at 79%, but misses on the first. Munden and Caleb Baker out. And one more for Ramir. This one on the way, and that spins out.
I wasn't happy with that, but like you said, usually good from the free throw line. Couple unhappy rolls. Oh, that's backcourt.
That's a backcourt violation. Ramir makes up for it at the defensive end.
Yep.
He misfired on a couple of free throws. He contested Jenkins at the timeline, and he gives it away.
That's a great lesson for young players. You know, a lot of young players that hang their heads, but he just went and got it back. Great play by RDC.
So the Flash now back on the offensive end with a 2-point lead. Been back and forth for the last 10 minutes. A tie-up between Dixon Conover and Rush, and this time the arrow is going FDU's way.
Yeah, we see changes in the NCAA. I would love to see jump balls brought back. I don't know about you, Pat, but I think that would bring a nice little change to the game.
So the Knights with a chance to tie or take the lead. As we approach the 5-minute mark here in the second half. Jenkins showing off the handle. Now give it to Rush. Zone for the Flash. Rush jumps up, goes up, scores.
There's one Ohio guy against another Ohio guy. Cleveland getting the better of Cincinnati there.
7 for the Warrensville Heights High School product. Land picks it up. Dixon Conover now to Bryce Lasky. Flag. Thompson, yes!
Great job.
Tough angle for Miles, but he handled it.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have the glass to use right there, and just a great touch and a great pass from his teammate inside. That's 17.
4 in double figures, as Tom mentioned, 17 for Thompson. Jenkins thinking about going off the dribble. Now Square drives on flag. Wild shot. Williams cleans it up. Lays it up with the left hand. 4.5 to play, and we're even at 73.
I tell you, Pat, I feel like this is a 1980s NBA game. Maybe not as many points, but, boy, it's really exciting.
25 for the senior out of Evanston, Illinois, Elyjah Williams. He has been as advertised here tonight. Get it to Flag. A good look by Lasky. Contact and a foul. Whistle came late, but Mark draws the contact, and he'll go to the line.
Well, how many's that for Mark at the line here? He's been there 9 times already.
7 of 9, and he'll get 2 more here.
You know, Pat, you've seen, we had mentioned you've seen a lot of games. Have you a turnaround like this?
That's 5 on Square, excuse me. So that is 5 for the freshman out of North Bethesda, Maryland. He fouls out, so they do lose one of their front court players. That has made a difference tonight.
Yeah, averaging 6 a game, came in with 10 tonight. And
so Munden in for Square as he exits with the 5 fouls and Flag to the line. First one on the way by Mark, in and out.
You always hate those kind of misses. Here comes Marlon Hargis.
He'll replace Thompson.
I like that move by Coach Krimmel with Square out.
Second one on the way by Mark. That's good. Good high arcing free throw cashes in. It's a 1-point lead for the Flash. He has a dozen. 1 of 4 in double figures for SFU. Williams working against the Flash defense. Rush nearly lost the handle. Now picks up the dribble. Inside of 4 to play. And a foul on Ramir. And that'll send Jenkins to the line.
It'll be immediate timeout.
Jenkins at the line when we come back. Don't go anywhere. A great finish shaping up here at Stoke. 74-73. Flash lead the Knights. Back after this, you're watching Red Flash Hoops on Northeast Conference Front Row.
I'm Jonas Diesler from Düsseldorf, Germany. And you're watching NEC Front Row.
.357 to go, 74-73. St. Francis, Jalil Jenkins at the line. We can't have fans in the stands, but you can support Red Flash student athletes by joining the Stokes Club. It's the team behind the team. For more details, call 814-472-3286. Jenkins at the line, the senior. First trip tonight, and he misfires on the first.
Oh!
Rebound is collected, however, by Munden, and a fresh shot clock for the Knights.
Miles brought, or not Miles, I'm sorry.
Munden drops it off from, I beg your pardon, Powell dropped it off from Munden, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Max dropped that ball down when he got that rebound and was able to get a hand on it.
It's Land's 4th foul. 10th, so it's a double bonus situation for Munden. He'll get 2.
Again,
He's 1 of 2 at the line tonight.
You talk about the ups and downs, Rookie of the Week last week, and only 3 points on the board here, but that's freshman year.
Munden evens it 74. He has a half dozen. So double bonus the rest of the way. The arrow favors the Flash. Second free throw on the way. That's off the mark. Won't go. Powell follows. I'll tell you what, we're going to have to keep them off the offensive glass. That's almost 2 second chances on that one possession.
And those are the kind of plays that, again, like you said, to get this W, we've got to get a body on these guys.
3.5 to play. Dixon Conover out at the logo. Flag, land, Dixon Conover, Lasky, and Hargis, the group out there for the Flash. Try to get it to Flag. Gathers. Drops it off. Lasky scores, driving hoop on down the left side, and the lead is 2.
Big Mark with another little scoop right there.
And I'll tell you what, he did a good job collecting that loose ball before he hit Lasky, the cutting Lasky. 3 to go. The lead is 2. Williams looking to work against Hargis. He drives. No. Short rim tip up is good.
Offensive glass again, Pat.
Munden able to tip it up and in and tie the score at 76. Too many chances. Second chances.
Yep.
76 all. Flag in the high post. He surveys.
I like what they're trying to do with Hargis posting up Williams because, he's in foul trouble. And
ball knocked out of bounds by Rush with 13 on the shot clock. Hargis out, Thompson in, and a change for Greg Horenda's team as well. Baker checks in for Joe Munden. And Lasky will trigger it in. Pulls up at the line, no. Lob it to Flag, skip it out, corner 3, land, in and out. Flag gathers, or I beg your pardon, Thompson gathers the rebound.
Oh! They're calling a push-off.
And they're going to say that Thompson used his arm to create position. So an offensive foul on Miles, and that'll send FDU to the line at the other end with a chance to take the lead. A clean look by Land in the corner, couldn't get it to go. And they say Miles fouled in collecting the board. Munden's free throw on the way. That's short rim.
I say the ball doesn't lie right there.
And he'll get one more with the chance to give his team the lead. On the way, the second one's good. 77-76 in favor of FDU.
Is that their first lead of the game? I believe
it
is.
9 points for Munden and gives his team the first lead of the ball game. Zone for the Knights. And Dixon Conover looks over the offensive group out there for the Flash. 12 on the shot clock. Lasky puts it on the floor. Skip it out to Dixon Conover in front of the Flash bench. Jump stop. Lane, yes!
RDC.
13 for Ramir. Attacked that zone, got inside and converts. Minute 45 to go. 1 point lead for the Flash. Williams thought about the three. Now a long triple right wing, and that's good by Powell. A deep triple for the junior out of Middletown, New York. He had a season-high 15 at Merrimack last Thursday, and a huge three inside of 2 to play to give the Knights a 2-point lead.
Yeah, that was downtown. Whew. You catching your breath here, Pat?
We got to do this again tomorrow night.
Well, it has been back and forth. It's been exciting. I see out in the hallway there the men's volleyball team's getting treated to the game.
Powell has only played in 5 games. He started his 4th straight tonight. And how about this? He was 17% from three-point range coming into this game, 4 of 23, and he bangs home a deep triple there to give his team a 2-point lead inside of 2 to play.
Yeah, 10 of 19 from downtown to St. Francis is 4 of 15.
That's 30 points.
But, looking at
for the Knights from outside the arc.
15 offensive rebounds. But, St. Francis has 16. So, both teams are doing a terrible job boxing out.
And a lot of those Knights offensive rebounds have come in the last 10 minutes.
Yes, they have. And fouls, we are at 42 fouls for the game. That's a lot of fouls, but hey.
Munden, Rush, Powell, Williams, and Munden out there for the Knights.
This 1-2-1-1, they're looking to trap in the corners here.
Dixon, Conover, and Thompson work it across the timeline. Minute and a half to play. It's a 2-point lead for the Knights on a dandy in the first of a 4-game homestand here at Stokes. Lasky with it. Now to Miles, 10 on the shot clock. Flag in the high post. He puts it on the floor. Working against Williams. Finds Land. Thought about the 3. Needs to go. Shot clock at 2, and Land cashes in on the jump shot in the lane.
Big shot by the freshman. Big shot.
Even at 80 with a minute to play. Rush right side. Williams thought about the 3. Baker gets a screen. 12 on the shot clock. Now Williams with it. He's working against Flag, looking to break him down. Gets in the lane. Picks up the dribble. It's knocked out of bounds by Dixon, Conover, and will stay with the Knights.
Okay, 4 seconds on the shot clock here.
And now Coach Aranda wants a timeout. Good defense that time by Mark. He stayed down on Williams. Williams was looking to attack. He was trying to get Flag in the air. Mark held his ground and forced Williams to kick that thing out.
We got to watch out for a stagger here. Okay, I could see them trying to run a stagger and then maybe the second screener looking to pop. So 4 seconds isn't a lot of time to work with.
I got to believe they're going to try to get it to Williams. Get him in the lane, let him work against Mark, and see what they can do. First option.
Yep, but watch that second screener if they run that stagger.
Jenkins is in for the Knights. And again, as Tom mentioned, 4 on the shot clock, 39 and 7/10 on the game clock, even at 80. Double bonus the rest of the way for both sides.
Yep, here we go.
Munden, the trigger man, into Williams.
We'll take that.
2 on the shot clock. He needs to go. Good defense by Flag, and it's a shot clock violation. Mark held his ground. He didn't leave his feet and forced Williams to take a very difficult 3, and it's going over to the Flash. Now we got 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. What do you do? Do you let it down or do you attack?
Well, we have 2 timeouts left, and looks like Rob's going to let him play it out here. I think you work it down, Pat. No doubt about it.
And that's what they're going to do. Let's see if Rob lets them go or if he calls a timeout once they get down inside of 5.
He's going to let them go. It looks like they're going to flatten out here. And
8 on the shot clock, 10 on the game clock. Dixon, Conover drives, floater, lane, no. Mark drives, contact, and it's going the other way. A lot of contact. The Knights thought Flag went over the back. No whistle. And so with 5.3 to go, the Knights are going the other way. No timeouts left for FDU, so they have to go.
You want to keep your man in front of you here.
5.3 to play. Knights inbound. Here we go. Williams across the timeline. 3 to go. Williams drives. Won't go. Land collects, and we're headed to overtime.
But we're
no timeouts for Greg Horrenda. Rob opts not to use his to not let them get something set up. Williams got in the lane. It was a wild shot, and we're headed to overtime.
Yeah, I like that the decision by Rob not to do the timeout because, again, this guy throws all sorts of different defenses out. So, you go in, you draw a play up, and you're bound to see something different. So I really like that call. Hey, buddy, it's been fun. Let's keep having some fun here. Huh?
Hey, you wanted 80 minutes of hoops in 48 hours? How about 85?
Oh, why not?
Even at 80 on the scoreboard, 10 fouls apiece. Horrenda will get one more timeout to work with. Rob will also get one as we go to the OT. So It's a timeout now in Greg Horenda's pocket, and I'm with you. I mean, you don't call a timeout and let them try to set something up. And I also like the fact that Rob let them play on the offensive end, didn't call a timeout and try to disrupt some rhythm. And a lot of the one getting back to the contact, there was a lot of contact without a foul call.
Oh yeah. I mean,
on that baseline.
I'm still trying to figure out. Well, hey, you want to see that though down the stretch. Let them play ball. Let them play ball.
So we got 3 in double figures for the Knights as we head into overtime. Williams has 25. Squares fouled out. He has 10. He's done for the night over. Powell has 11, and 4 have registered at least a dozen points for SFU. 17 for Thompson, 13 for Lasky. He's 6 of 11 from the field, and 15 for Dixon Conover and a dozen for Mark Flagg.
Is that a career high for Bryce? Might be close.
And again, Flash still struggling from 3, 4 for 15. So we'll do what we did back at 7 p.m. We'll tip it off at the logo.
Yeah, St. Francis with 2 guys with 4, with Miles and with Max.
Again, Square is out. He fouled out. And Munden has 4 for the Knights. Knights control the tip. Rush, left wing. Drives. Up. No. Land gathers. Good rebounder. Max Land for a guy his size. Lasky thought about the 3. Pulls the trigger. Short rim, no. Active on the glass. Thompson takes it up and scores.
JYD. Oh, he does the dirty work. I love watching him play ball.
Miles Thompson with 19 points to lead the Flash and give his team a 2-point edge. Jenkins drives, kick out Williams.
High hands on the 3 here, Pat. High hands.
Got to contest shots. Jenkins fadeaway over Mark Flagg, and it's good. He loves that fadeaway jump shot, and he cashes in there to give his team a 1-point lead. Jenkins now in double digits with 11. And there's a takeaway by Jenkins. Out in front of the pack, and he scores. 5 in a row for Jaleel Jenkins, the senior point guard out of Ranson, West Virginia, and it's a 3-point edge for the visitors.
And Ramir wants that one back.
He's so lightning quick. You cannot sleep with number 3 out on the court.
No, you knew he wouldn't be quiet for very long.
3.5 to play in the overtime. Flash trying to beat the Knights for the first time in 4 tries on their home floor. Left-handed drive by Land, and that's good. The NEC Rookie of the Week pulls his team within a point, 85-84. Jenkins left side. Has scored the last 5 in a row, and he draws the contact, and he'll go to the line. Thompson clipped him from behind, and Jaleel Jenkins will have a chance to make it 7 in a row for his team.
He's gonna have a long career playing pro ball somewhere. He can hit the 3, and again, so you can't lay off him. Then you get up on him for that 3, and he's by you in a blink of an eye.
You know what I love about him, too? He is such a gamer. The big moments like this, he loves to step into that spotlight and take advantage. Makes good on the first free throw. Some guys that you really miss in this league, you don't miss playing them, but you miss watching them play. A Junior Robinson, a Mike Holloway, a Darnell Edge, and he's another one.
Yeah.
I mean, our guys, of course. Blackman, King, Braxton. Makes good on both of those, and it's a 3-point lead.
He's a lights-on player. When the lights come on, he's got his game on. So
pressure by the Knights. Flash got numbers if they go. 3 by Lasky. In and out.
You know what? I like the decision, though. I really like the decision.
It was a 3-on-2. Bryce pulled up. Try to even this thing. 7 in a row for Jaleel Jenkins, and it's 87-84 Knights. 2:45 to go.
Big possession here. Need to get that stop.
Powell right wing. Shot clock at 12. Williams inside left hand. Mark was not in position. He doesn't contest, and the lead is 5.
No, and it's a nice finish by Williams, putting him in jail, going to the other side of the rim there.
Dixon Conover to Land, and now the Flash will reset. Plenty of time for the Flash.
Yeah.
It's a 5-point lead. 2:20 to go here in the overtime.
It's a big possession here.
Corner, three, Lasky, yes! Thompson fouled him at Lasky. Able to cash in and make it a 2-point game. 16 for Bryce, and Rob calls a timeout.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bryce was happy to get another opportunity after that missed three on the pull-up. And again, that's what he is. He is an in-rhythm shooter. You've got to get his feet set, and bang.
Bryce wears number 24. Had a post on Twitter. Kobe was one of his favorite players. Of course, today is the anniversary of the death of Kobe Bryant and 9 others who were killed in that tragic helicopter crash, and mentioned in the Twitter post how shoot the fadeaway Kobe jump shots in the driveway. That was not a fadeaway, but what a big jump shot from the corner for Bryce Lasky to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we really the ball is being shared so well, Pat, so well. That's 18 team assists. So we want to keep trending in that way.
Just need to get a few to fall.
Yeah.
A few of those threes to fall, and that was a big one there.
That's going to come down to stops right now because we know both teams are scoring at will.
2 to go in OT. Land with a near takeaway, but it's tapped out to Williams.
Might have gotten away with the travel there.
Jenkins with it, uses a screen from Williams, lost it out of bounds off of his thigh, and it's going the other way.
We will take that.
Jenkins had a lane, but deflected off of his leg and out of bounds, and the Flash with a chance to tie or take the lead. 89-87 Knights. Oh, what a dandy first of a 4-game homestand here at the Stokes Center. Mark offers the screen. Ramir declines, and Bryce with it. Looks to turn the corner on Jenkins. Lost it. That was good defense by Jenkins. He spun him into the defense. So he's making plays at both ends. The point guard, senior point guard for the Knights. And a 2-point lead for FDU.
And looking to run Jalil Jenkins off screens here. Want to have the ball in his hands, as you mentioned.
10 on the shot clock. Just over a minute on the game clock. Powell, skip, Jenkins, drive, wing, Baker, no. Rebound and a foul. And Munden will go to the line.
And there's that offensive glass right there. And I'm going to agree with Rob on that one.
He asked. I could hear him too through the headset. Thought it might have been over the back on Munden, but ref saw it differently, and Munden to the line.
Yeah.
3 for 6 at the stripe tonight. First one on the way, and in and out.
We'll take that one.
So it'll be a one-possession game regardless of whether he cashes in here or not, with 52 and 1/10 seconds to play.
Again, the offensive glass, Pat, you hit the nail on the head. That's been the difference in this game. Second half offensive glass.
Second's good. That's double digits for Munden. He has 10, 4 in double figures for both sides. Do you go for 3 here, or do you
I think a quick
attack
bucket.
the hoop?
Quick bucket.
45 seconds, a lot of time in a college basketball game. Flag in the high post. Ramir looking to post. Mark gives it to him. 12 on the shot clock, 33 in the game clock. Ramir drives, takes it up, and he stepped on the baseline. It's going the other way.
Oh, I thought he got fouled in an on there.
He might have, but he stepped on that baseline.
Yeah, it's the right call. I was about to get excited there for a second.
Hargis coming in. He'll come in for defensive purposes and flag, because they want to keep flag on the court. And so he exits. The shot clock, 0.3 of a second differential in the game clock of the shot clock.
And
that's over and back by Williams. He stepped over the baseline, and the Flash are going to get it back.
I think they want a second overtime for us, Pat.
So Greg Evans goes to the table, the official, and Rob corrals his troops, and Arenda wants an explanation. So there's not a timeout. Rob takes advantage of the official going to the table to talk to his team, and the Flash with it on the baseline after the giveaway by Williams. Miles Thompson looking for it. It's a three-point game. Dixon Conover drives. Kick it to Miles. Three on the way. Short rim, no. Williams gathers, and he's fouled by Mark Flagg.
That was
a clean look.
It was an open look, Pat. Can't ask for more than that. Hoping Mr. Williams misses two of these, but hey, listen, 19.1, like you said, a lot of time. That was a really strange exchange down there. He stepped on the line and pulled back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First one on the way. It's no good. 2 of 4 tonight for Williams. He'll get one more. 19.1 to play. It's a one-possession game right now at 90 to 87. And again, a lot of time. Flash plenty of time. Second one's good. So it's a two-possession game. And the Knights are going to call a timeout. 28, that matches Williams' career high. He had 28 earlier this season against Fairfield in a win for FDU. FDU just 2-8. They were the preseason favorite. Again, they have had their season interrupted for about a month due to COVID-related issues. But they were the preseason favorite for a reason, a boatload of talent, and we've seen it on display tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can expect here with Coach Horrenda maybe a 2-2-1, maybe a zone press just to slow the Flash up a little bit. But, you know, if you're St. Francis in this situation, you want a quick bucket, quick foul.
Attack. You attack the hoop.
Wow.
And again, enough time for the Flash. They're behind the 8 ball a little here. Down 4, obviously, with 19.1 to play, but plenty of time. You've seen lots of teams able to flip the script down 4 with 20 seconds to play.
Well, FDU in this game scored, 6 points in a matter of
good point.
5 seconds.
Very good point. Well, hey, fans, we're going to do it again tomorrow, less than 24 hours. Fox and I will be here at 3:45 for the pregame show with the tip between these two teams coming at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And then coupled against Central Connecticut State on Saturday and Sunday. 7 p.m. tip against the Blue Devils on Saturday night and a 4 p.m. matinee on Sunday.
And that was the last time out for FDU.
Dixon Conover gets it back from Flagg. Vermeer drives, takes it up, scores. Rob calls a timeout. Rob has 2, now 1, and the lead is 2.
That was really a great play, getting Vermeer going north-south so fast with that little flip there.
Reverse layup by Dixon Conover. Got it to Flagg. He got it to Ramiro at a full head of steam, and he takes it in and scores. So now, Tom, 12.9, you got to foul if they're successful in the inbounds immediately.
Yeah, you got to foul right away. And I think, I'm thinking you want to put somebody on the ball on the inbounds. And, we might maybe see a sub here with some quicker defenders fronting their other players. So, yeah, quick foul.
It's been a collective effort both ways tonight. Whoever comes out on top, as a head coach, if you're Rob Krimmel or Greg Horrenda, you have to love the balance and the way the team has shared responsibility tonight.
It was pretty basketball. We're between the two 30-team assists. Again, pretty basketball.
That's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Knights with 10.3 to play. Lasky and Land converged, and Williams will inbound. Give it to Jenkins. Jenkins is bumped by Ramir. Had to foul. Pushes him. Official was in on that collision a little as well, and Jenkins will go to the line.
If you're FDU, that's who you want at the line, obviously.
So if he makes 1, it stays a one-possession game. 2, and it's some uphill sledding for the Flash.
At halftime, what do you have, 2 points maybe? He had a very quiet
Good on the
half.
first, yeah. He sat for a big chunk of time to start the second half as well.
He scores in bunches.
16 now for Jenkins. Big one here. Second free throw on the way, and it's good. 17 for Jalil Jenkins, and he has stepped up in this overtime period as some of the top players in this league do. Ramir pull up 3. It's good. Rob has a timeout. He'll use it. 2.6. And the triple by Ramir makes it a 1-point game. Ramir has 20. This thing isn't over yet.
No.
You get a takeaway. You have a chance to grab this thing and come away a winner.
It's really been a fun game of chess going down the stretch here between Rob and Coach Horrenda.
I tell you what, I got to give the Knights credit. Their backs were to the wall. The lead was a dozen or 15 there at about the 17-minute mark.
16.
Came storming back.
Yeah.
Did not wilt, kept battling, and to their credit, and I will say this, we might have had a miscue or two, but it was more attacking by the Knights, more so than mistakes by the Flash, that they helped will themselves back into this game with their aggressiveness.
Yeah, you're looking at offensive rebounds, and again, 15 for St. Francis, 16 for FDU. So, I mean, the effort put forth by both these teams, what I'm thinking about right now is how are they going to have legs for tomorrow?
Yeah. And the Knights have shot the ball a little better from three. That has been the difference, and the offensive rebounding in the second half.
Yep, that's the difference right there, Pat.
So, see if the Flash can pull a rabbit out of a hat here. 2.6 to play. It's a 1-point lead for the Knights. They will inbound from underneath the Flash basket. Williams, the trigger man.
Maybe look to get a foul before the ball even goes in. No, they're going to.
Baker has it. He's fouled by Hargis with 1.3 to play. Now, here's the thing. If he makes both, the Flash will still have a chance to tie. They'll have to get it down in a hurry to try to get off the shot, and it's 2 shots at the line for the Knights.
Yeah, 1.3, and again, both teams out of timeouts at this point.
2 out of 4. First one on the way, and it's off the mark.
I think you're gonna see an intentional miss here.
So a miss by Baker. Would you do that?
Yeah.
If you're Horrenda?
Yeah, I think Horrenda.
With just 1.3, I agree with you.
Yep.
You got all 5 Flash players in the lane. Second one on the way, and it's good.
Oh.
So it's 94-92 with 1.3 to play. Oh. A 2-pointer ties it. A 3 can win it. Flag to trigger it in. Here we go. Mark lobs it down. Catch by Ramir. Puts it up. It's off the mark.
I'll tell you what.
Off and to the right. Mark got it in the lane with the lob pass. Ramir a little off balance, but he put it on the rim. But it comes off, and the Knights come away with a impressive come-from-behind victory in the front end of this twin bill at Stokes.
I'm still surprised he didn't miss that intentionally because, I mean, it gave them an opportunity. And